There it is. There it is. That was Blue Shell Incident. That took a fuck ton of time to do. But I think that the additional scenes I added in really made it. I really wanted like I took 9 hours today and I did that fight scene. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed it. That fight was amazing. You want to see it again? Yeah, let's watch it again. Hang on. By the way, there's a lot of Easter eggs here. You guys haven't noticed. This is one of them. Anyway, there's something in the speech you guys missed, by the way. I'll play this part again, just because I can.
It's time for me to repay the favor. Thank you, Duck. Now it's time for me to repay the favor.
Okay, before we do anything, I want to say that I heavily contemplated animating the city during the speech, but I opted into not do it because I actually thought that not having that, because if you take a look at where Lightning McQueen is, his position doesn't make any sense because now he's like standing on top of something. Anyway, sorry.
Looking for me, little bro.
I gotta redo this actually because wait.
Oh, so it wasn't over the fact you pissed in your Cheerios? He did what?
Super Mario! Yahoo! Game over, Luigi!
Thank you, Duck. Now it's time for me to repay the favor. Now where's the bastard brother of mine? Looking for me, little bro? Mario! Say, Luigi, you ever wondered about our memes? Memes? You see, Luigi, being a plumber is just a myth. Everything is just a joke. We're all pawns, controlled by something greater. Memes. The DNA of our souls. They shape our will. They are culture. They are everything we pass on, Luigi. I don't understand what you're talking about, Mario. I knew you wouldn't, Luigi. Ever since that day on Zanzibar, Luigi, I could never forgive you. What are you talking about, Mario? When the blue shell hit me and I came in last, I was humiliated, Luigi. All because of that? All of this because of that, Mario? No! Truth is, I've always hated you, bro. We're bros, but we're not ordinary bros. We're bros linked by cursed memes. You're fine. You got all the old man's dominant memes. I got all the flawed recessive memes. Old man? You mean... That's right, Luigi! But enough of that. It's time. Your memes end here! Good! But not good enough, Luigi. We'll see about that! Leg sweep! Ah! Fuck you, Luigi! Impressive, Luigi. You know, Luigi, you make me laugh. We're not so different, you and I. We're both plumbers. We love spaghetti. But you know what I like the most about you, Luigi? What? The fact you never use cheat codes like me! Thank you so much for playing my game! And now, Luigi, you die! Mother Ducker, forgot to dig me a grave, huh? Duck! You're alive? Let's just say I borrowed a few power stars before I went, Luigi. Farewell. You were the bro I never had. Spaghetti. Spaghetti on the rocks. You know, you remind me of someone, Mr. Duck. My brother. Keep the change. Alright, DK. Let's-a go. Let's-a go home.
Okay!
My name is Luigi. Or rather, I'm a Luigi. Number 1.
Well, there you go. That's the movie. That's the movie. If I got, I'll open it up one more time just to dissect a little bit of what you saw there. Because if you're curious, I said the director's part. This is really the last ever you'll see of this. So let me see if I can put it on here on screen. That fight scene took eight hours to do today. Fucking crazy, in fact. You want a director's commentary? I mean, I guess I could, but I mean, I would do it in a funny way, you know. Yeah, I wasn't even gonna have them fight, honestly. You know, I wasn't even gonna have them fight. I was gonna have them like just get straight to the speech and then, you know. But that fight, I mean, like I had to do it. I fucking had to do it. There's no way I was not gonna do that, you know. I'll give live commentary. I guess I can do that, but oh yeah. By the way, if in case you missed it, I had to replace the Ren and Stimpy music because that's copyrighted. So instead, I had to go for Punch Out. Okay, fine. Tell you what. I'll do a commentary on the movie from the start, if you want. Hang on. I guess it's the final sort of thing. And this is going to be a serious commentary if you want. Alright, so, again, I put a disclaimer here for YouTube. But, yeah, oh, fuck. I gotta put it on screen again, sorry. Desync the audio, fucking XSplit. Alright. Alright, anyway, as I said, this is the commentary track, I guess, requested. So we started this in 2018, in fact, and, you know, what I think is the best thing about this is the continuous kind of improvement every time we did a stream of this. You know, we started, I think it's like 13, 12 streams or whatever. It's over a year ago. It's fucking amazing, in fact, but whatever, beside the point, really. It did this little dumb jokes, and I remember before we even got to the Zanzibar Island, I thought that, like, holy shit, this is potential, you know. And, you know, there's a lot of just stink that I left in because I want it to look like shit. And I think the funniest comedy is when it looks, there's no budget and there's no production at all. But I mean, generally, I think that everybody who participated and came with suggestions and do this and do that. I'll turn on the volume a little bit more for you guys. But yeah, you know, some people might ask me, was this all planned from the start, like all the plot points? No. I made up shit as we went along. The only thing that I wanted in the Blue Shell incident was, I wanted like very cliche anime things. Like I wanted a hero's death. I wanted like, I wanted a lot of like weird zooms and camera angles, stuff like that. And if you don't know what these backgrounds and wallpapers, or you know the settings, it's Doraemon. It's Doraemon's expansion for 3D Movie Maker. This was released in Japan as well. At this point in the movie, when we were making it, I really had no fucking idea what I was doing. Like, I knew the program. I'm saying more so much in the plot. I was like, what the fuck? I'll fill it in later. It's just one of those like. By the way, that's Stone Cold Steve Austin's glass shattering. Only you guys that was here for the start know that, but whatever. No, I filled in the plots just saying like, oh, this is spy shit. It's Metal Gear crap where nothing really makes sense. It's like betrayals and this and that, and you know. But one thing we did consistently was we put Duck in the scene here because that was important for me because I kept alluding to the fact that Duck was going to be a major character. But again, we made up shit as we went along here. There's a lot of shit that doesn't make any sense in the Blue Shell incident, like Toad just kind of like appearing and going pop and then dying. But a lot of times when I was making this on 3D Movie Maker streams, there's a lot of conflict between story plot hole and a dumb joke, and Toad doesn't make any sense in the movie. Other stuff I wanted to keep a little bit more coherent, you know, but I switched between doing the like just voice acting this as myself as a bit of a joke, because I can do, you know, Luigi's voice and you know, all that shit, but like it was funnier if I just did it as myself, you know, just doing, you know, Mamma Mia, shit like that. Like I thought, now just do it myself, you know. This was one of the greatest scenes in the movie because chat was just blasting with puns, and I thought if any super interaction suggestion should be, it should be now. So it's just, you know, cannoli, ravioli, blah 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 blah. This is the turning point in the movie when Toad jumps up with the scooter and he bounces. I've said this before, but I think that's where I start getting okay at the program. And everything before that was sort of like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just kind of trying it out. When he starts bouncing like that, I'm like, okay, I know what to do now. There's another shot of Mario with his gun squeezing the trigger here. That was handmade. There was no assets being used, or rather, actors pre-animated. I had to do the hand and everything, and that was where I like, okay, I can probably figure this shit out. You know, and one thing I really wanted to do was not to add any Sony Vegas effects. I didn't want to add anything in post. I wanted to do everything inside the program, and the audio sounds shit too, kind of on purpose. I know when Jerma made his the Rat movie, which I haven't seen yet, by the way, he did all the audio in post. I went instead and I did audio inside the program because I thought it would add authenticity to the crap factor. Like, I didn't want to interfere and change the integrity of this vomit we made. This is when I discovered that Toad has multiple mouths in this, by the way. Now, if you don't know why this is called "Fuck You Windows 10," it's because when we were making this movie, around this part, I was upgrading to Windows 10. Long story, and Windows 10 sucked ass. And I said, no, I want to downgrade to 7 again. And it turns out that it deleted all my files. So it deleted 3D Movie Maker, or the movie we're making. So I could not get access to the raw files anymore. So what I had to do, I had to record my own streams I did of this, and do like a merged file, and I made that file just unchangeable, you know. But during the streams, I had to open up 3D Movie Maker and make a new movie, same new movie, but I had to do like part 2 that begins now. And I had to do this quote-unquote seamless transition between. I had to like screen region, and every time we did it, I said seamless. Because it really wasn't seamless. It was like awkward cut. That glass effect is funny because, as you can see, there's still grates or whatever on the window. So sometimes Luigi speaks like Luigi. Sometimes he just speaks like me, you know. I gotta say, this box, the purple box and the color box, I did it in the credits too, but this fucking thing saved the whole movie. All these close-up shots of different moods. They're not moods, but they're sort of like setting a scene, you know. And it's making you not look at the background, which makes this into new camera angles or whatever. It's hard to explain, sorry. But beside the point, this box was the MVP in this shit. Now, if you're a long-time fan of this, you might notice what happened to the music. Well, it turns out that for the past 4 or 5 streams, they've been getting like copyright stricken on YouTube or whatever, because it's part of the Ren and Stimpy soundtrack. So I had to switch it to the Punch-Out soundtrack from Wii, which I thought was appropriate. I timed it right when Mario goes into the cart, that the music starts like kicking in, like, and right there. I thought it was a good compromise, you know. But that scene where CDI Link gets run over, it's pretty funny. I still think it's the one of those like pivotal. This is where everything changed in the movie, because now I know how to like make blood, and especially this where I wrestled with the interior of the taxi. Like, oh, I can make interiors as well. But one thing I never learned to do, it was to do my own mods in this. I don't know how to do models or anything like that, so I had to improvise a lot of times, which added a lot of comedy. I downloaded a lot of mods from the 3D Movie Maker forums, like this David Hasselhoff, for example. I just downloaded a fuck ton of mods. I'm like, I'll fit it into the movie somehow, you know. But, you know, mixed results. A lot of these characters I kept hinting at had a bigger part in the story, and that was not the case at all, you know. This whole restaurant scene, again, was just... I was not gonna put the characters here. I was not gonna make the story unfold this way it was. But it was this limited resources and full creativity thing that I had to just do the best of. And I think it really helped the movie, because it looks so dumb, you know. There's another case where I had to improvise. For example, this banana, there was no banana texture or banana model. So I had to do Johnny Bravo's hand as myself, saying to the audience, that's a banana. Which, again, there's a lot of fourth wall breaking in this. I mean, this started off as a dumb meme, like, joke, like, maybe if we make a movie. But I think this movie, I mean, I'm sounding really pretentious right now, but I think this movie reflects on the way I like to edit in general. I have a very cartoon-esque editing, kind of quick, sort of bam, 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 bam. You know, I don't like to hold on shots for too long. I have a very 90s cartoon aesthetic to everything, and that's also the same in my editing when I edit the main highlight stuff. Any scene you aren't happy with? Mainly all the scenes that there's like eyeballs in the background or shit like that. This was really important as well. The glass breaking twice, because Luigi first cried and then Duck cries. And when the movie ends, Mario is in the same position as he first quote-unquote died, except it didn't. And I thought that was a poetic thing. It's like poetry. It rhymes. Yeah. This is also another thing with Handio coming up. Handio was like really dumb joke, and I kept animating this for like 2 hours, and people were like, "Move on." But I'm like, no, it's gonna be funnier the more effort we put into this. But I kept saying a lot of shit like that during the movie, like, no, the more we put into it, the funnier it is, because it's like, who gives a shit? And another fourth wall breaking. I think this is as fourth wall breaky as it gets. Luigi saying, you know, out of hand, and it's on the nose. And then Mario threatening the audience. So fourth wall has no, like, thing in this, which is classic animation that I like.
Mario, why?
I really wanted to actually end the movie here. When it was parts 10 or 11 or whatever. I was fully ready to just say, it was Scatman John all along. But the more I was doing it, I'm like, no, that's fucking stupid. Because, first of all, it's called the Blue Shell Incident. There was no blue shell in it. And I'm like, how do I squeeze it in? Oh, wait, Luigi throws a blue shell at Scatman John and he dies. So I said, no, let's keep going. Let's keep squeezing it. And I'm really glad I did, because that would have been a fucking... bleh of an ending. It's funny that I say fart joke here. Fart joke. I was not meant to say fart joke. I was meant to say poop joke. So there's like an error in comedy for myself. I mean, whatever. I never bother explaining the relationship between these two, and I did that intentionally because, well, I can't go into details. I like a little bit of mystery. Mystery adds goodness, spice, you know.
What was that noise?
I think this background is from Real Monsters from the Nickelodeon expansion pack.
Damn, I knew something wasn't smelling right.
This line.
Where's that weird chicken?
Is the funniest line in the movie, I think. I kept laughing about that line over and over again, and it's one of those things where Santa dying too. Santa dying and where's that weird chicken is the funniest in the movie, I think.
Guess I'm on the naughty list now.
There was a lot of times where I asked chat for help on let's do some jokes, but you know, I'm no comedy master, but there's a time and place for when you should crack a dumb joke and when you should just play it straight. For example, I don't like how Saints Row 3 and beyond became so funny that it became kind of like stale. That's why I thought that Saints Row 2 was much better game, because it had serious elements and it was still funny. Saints Row 3 was just funny stuff. So I balanced it with this movie. Like, there's a ton of ridiculous funny shit, but it's also like, oh, stuff's at stake now, you know. So yeah, I think that is comedy. It's like salt and sweet, you know. You gotta balance the two. Here I am talking about shit like that, and then Piglet gets killed. Fans will know that I say ka-chow in the background there. The jankiness of McQueen walking was unintentional. Unintentionally badly good. I thought that was a happy accident, as Bob Ross would have called it. And again, the music wasn't supposed to stop there, but I'm like, fuck it, keep it. It's never revealed how they get into McQueen. It's just kind of like, they got in. It's kind of like GTA. It's just kind of like, it's in the vehicle. The theme of McQueen here is, there's two themes. There's one I made in Mixcraft. There's been a lot of Mixcraft fuckery in this. A lot of reverb stuff, which is not in the game. I had to edit that, like, slightly, not in post, but during the streams where, you know, it wasn't cheating anyway, because it was, you know, still in the game's audio. By the way, when he says 18 minutes, I think it's actually 16 minutes, or I'm not sure, but when Mario earlier in the restaurant scene says for the past 7 minutes, that's 10 minutes. So I'm close. I'm very close in terms of self-referential time jokes. You know, not exactly, but yeah. Where's Crack Shack over here? This is fairly recent in my mind, so I can talk more about it. But this is half referencing all those stupid Wario dying memes on YouTube. The inside of McQueen is a toaster, And it's yet again one of those cases where I had to improvise and do something, and it turned out okay. It's like movie making. You just kind of improvise bullshit and, you know, hey. Actual mistake, and I caught myself, and I've said, it's funnier if I just fuck up. So, I actually didn't even know there was more Mario Kart models until I did the last stream. So I could have used Luigi in a kart. I could have used Bowser and all that stuff. I didn't. I thought it was better this way because it looks homemade and home cooked. This scene was agony. In the finale, this took like 2 hours just to set that up. And because we wanted to get a blue shell, and I asked chat, does anybody know where we can get a blue shell? Because does anybody know how to mod this game? And nobody knew. Nobody knew. So I had to like ask on the spot, like, does anybody know how to do a model? And they were like, ah, fuck, I don't know. So we were all struggling and like scratching our heads, like, how the fuck do we do it? And it took like 3 hours of us just not doing any progress until some viewers of chat actually cobbled something together, but it lacks texture. So that model is actually a Koopa Troopa that's blue, interspliced with a untextured blue shell OBJ file. It's very technical, but it's like 2 models in one. And the actual, when it's moving around, is a fly inside of it. So there's different wings, but when it's on the screen of where it's going, that's the actual blue shell. Again, more Mixcraft fuckery that I thought it was appropriate.
He's still alive?
I made this joke when I was doing this too, but there's not really any reason for Duck to like blow himself up. But I thought, you know what? No, he needs to do it. He needs to do it. Well, the real explanation too is that he had a power star before he did it, so he was invincible during it. But I don't know if that's joke translated well, but the quasi joke was that he accidentally activated the power star when he was dying. So when the power star runs out and he disappears at the end, it's like, well shit, I maybe should have used it like 2 seconds earlier. So when it goes beep 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 beep, that's going on right now. He's just like, oh, I'm invincible, but he's on not so much time, you know. It's running out. A lot of people wanted me to put JoJo references in this movie, and there's none except this. And I chose to go with something older in terms of JoJo memes, which is Shiza. A lot of people wanted like Dio and stuff in it, but I don't think it was funnier to do a slight reference to it without indirectly doing. Well, indirectly, it's kind of on the nose already, but you know. And here's all the characters. We got Bup in the background. He's back. Again, a lot of these characters I've wanted to put in, like Rocket Racer during the Mario Kart race, but I'm like, ah, fuck it.
There can only be one.
One last pun. That's actually Toad, the mushroom, but I put him in the pants that you couldn't see him. Fun fact, some of the buildings is actually a GTA San Andreas building. That sound effect is wrong. It's from Mario RPG. The item get. But I put it in there anyway. This is post finale stuff that I added. This took me 9 hours to do. And I'm so happy I added it in. Because this is some of the most impressive shit in the movie. Notice that he doesn't have the cape anymore. Small details. That wasn't a mistake. That was me thinking. So we got Pingu's Crack Shack now. He took over after Wario.
Now where's the bastard brother of mine? Looking for me,
so
little bro.
I wish I had extended Mario's speech here a little bit, because I wanted to also make. I don't know if anybody got this feeling from Mario's speech, but I wanted Mario to say we're nothing but memes, and kind of like allude to the fact that I made them. Like when he's referring to we're all pawns and we're all being puppeteered, that's kind of referring to us watching the movie and me making the movie. and Mario doesn't give a fuck anymore. I know.
I don't understand what you're talking about, Mario.
And Luigi doesn't know because he's like, what are you talking about?
Ever since that
I don't think I made that clear enough.
I'll never forgive you.
But I mean, deep down, Mario is still pissed at Luigi, regardless if we're all laughing at him. But you know,
I was humiliated, Luigi.
but I didn't want it too obvious. I thought it was like just a quasi joke thing.
No. Truth is, I've always hated you, bro. We're bros, but we're not ordinary bros. We're bros.
This is a combination between Revengeance and the original, where Liquid is telling Solid about the recessive and dominant genes from Big Boss. And of course, if you don't know already, when I'm saying old man, I'm of course referring to Granddad. But I kept it vague, and I kept it sort of like, what? And it's a bit of a joke. Oh, by the way, this fight scene took so long, and it's the best shit in the movie. When I do the blood coming out, and then the spin of 3D here, I blew myself away. That was seriously fucking amazing how I did that. I'm really like, wow, that looked really good. But anyway, when he said Granddad and dominant recessive genes, I was making a joke about that Luigi memes are more innocent in a way, and Mario memes are more Granddad and Mario steals your liver. So they're actually talking about memes, you know.
We're not so different, you and I. We're both plumbers. We love spaghetti. But you know what I like the most about you, Luigi? What? The fact you never use cheat codes like me.
Nobody caught on to this joke, by the way. No, not this joke about cheat codes or whatever. But when Duck shoves the shovel inside Mario, I gave him a tiny blood wound, and the actual spade is ginormous. His entire stomach should have exploded, but it's just kind of like blip. You know.
I borrowed a few power stars before I went, Luigi.
However, I did pay attention to continuity, but I did not pay attention to continuity when he falls down here, because the spade is out, but next shot, it's in again. I don't know why I didn't give a fuck about that. I'm like, nobody's gonna care anyway, but I'm like, well, no, people will care, because where'd the spade go, you know? It's one of those things that it's happened so quick that you don't notice. I hope at least the audience will think so, you know. I didn't, so. And this, of course, a callback. Yeah.
Spaghetti on the rocks.
You finally get to see spaghetti on the rocks, which is, of course, just spaghetti on the rocks.
You remind me of someone, Mr. Duck. My brother.
Yeah, they say when I think when I was in college, you know, and I was doing film classes, they say every movie has a moral or a message. I've always thought about that.
Okay.
And I've always thought, how the fuck does that apply to any movies we see? What kind of message was this? That, don't trust anybody? You know. Yeah. Don't take crack. I really wanted to do Mario 64 as an ending theme here, because it holds a lot of nostalgic value to me, and it pulls on my heartstrings. And I was like, this movie's already very emotional, you know. And I think that really sealed the deal. A little bit of shoutouts here, and you know, I also added the post-credit scene because, you know, Metal Gear Solid fashion, and it's kind of weird. I never played 4. I know about 4, but I know what happens in the game. But most of the jokes here is just Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, or the collective sort of Hideo Kojima riffing. You know, that all these twists and turns. But there was one thing I never made a joke about. And it should have been more in the movie, was nano machines. I didn't do it because I'm like, no, that's more like 4, and I didn't really know what I was gonna talk about if it was 4. So I chose to instead just do Liquid Ocelot memes from Big Boss kind of deal. But I did reference Revengeance by saying your memes end here. But yeah, I chose to include a post-credit scene, and yeah, I think that overall this movie that I made, I don't know, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it, and I'll probably look back on this in the future and be like, holy shit, that was a lot of work. Which it was, but like really, goddamn, that was a lot of work, huh? So yeah, that's Blue Shell Incident. I wasn't gonna do a serious commentary on this movie, but I guess we did anyway. You know, if there's any real questions you guys want to ask me now, I guess now would be the time, because we're gonna leave this behind now. Like, there's not gonna be any more like 3D Movie Maker streams. You know. You did an amazing job. I appreciate that. It's going on the main channel, yes. So no sequel. If I make a sequel, it won't be this program. Question: is this connected to the Meme House universe? It can be. It can be. But I would say not necessarily. But I'll let you connect the dots. Let's see here. Did Garfield died? Well, obviously, if he's doing a post-credit scene, no. What was the most annoying part to animate? The most annoying part to animate was when this game has no real layers you can select from, and you have to like select the mouse behind actors and characters, and they're behind boxes that have filled the screen, and you're also trying to like put sounds in the background, but the background is occupied by a giant box, and if you move the box, you're instead going to grab an actor, so you can't really work in layers. It's super fucking annoying. So this is, oh god, I'm relieved to actually finish this. So you know, am I trying out Source Filmmaker anytime? Yeah, but the problem with Source Filmmaker, that's what the Team Fortress 2 people make the movies in. Then it becomes a legitimate movie. And part of this joke is that this is made in a animation program from '95, you know. So, you know, anyway, who was the third brother supposed to be? That I can't say. That I can't say. But it's a solidest joke. It's a solidest joke. How was Scatman John in the credits if Mario shot him? Do you think death is final in the Blue Shell? Do you not remember what happened to Mario? Right? Old Chef Boyardee. They're in the restaurant. But Mario faked his death? Yes. Who does Duck Nukem work for? I can't say that. Can't say that. Again, there might be a sequel to this. There might be a prequel to this. You know. Anything you wish you added but couldn't? I wish I could have added like some sort of dumb joke about the red box, like in the scene. Just kind of like having a cigarette, just being tired, like, oh fuck, like he's overworked, like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna do this. But I was like, you know. Anyway, can I burn this onto CDs and send it to people in Unchat? Sure, whatever. Favorite character? You know, this sounds strange and it sounds very weird, but I actually, in a weird, sort of almost masturbatory sense, I fell in love with my own characters. Because we worked at this for a year, and it's almost like I made this, but it's still like I'm watching someone else's movie because it took so long to fucking do. It's weird to describe, because you know, when you're making a homemade meal, it's never as good as someone else does it. But the characters and personalities here became their own, and I think what made that so much more enjoyable for me was because of chat's suggestions, what they should say, how they should act, because the personalities of this character is the combined effort, this collective energy to incarnate itself onto the screen, which is, for example, liquid. You have Duck, you have fucking all these characters, really. So, what was your favorite scene to animate? The easiest ones. The easiest ones. Because when I did the fucking fight scene, again, I'll put up the raw file so you guys can actually digest this to be like, whoa. Because good fucking gravy. The amount of shit I did for this was brutal. It was absolutely brutal. Here is the raw edition of here's the raw edition of the same thing. This monologue scene, you know how many frames this is? It's almost 535 frames. It's nuts. But this, for example, how I animated all of this, I had to do it frame by fucking frame. All this shit happening. All this, all that. But this fucking fight scene tops anything we did. Because this is where it went from ironic, haha, the characters are moving, into, okay, let me fucking do this. And it fucking, I used to have to watch it myself. That shot right there when he spins around.
Good, but not good enough, Luigi. We'll see about that. Leg sweep. Ah. Fuck you, Luigi. Impressive, Luigi.
This music, by the way, if you're wondering, is something I made in Mixcraft. Not entirely myself, mind you, but it's from Metal Gear 2, and it's the theme of Solid Snake, which is a criminally underrated track. I don't know why the fuck, this wasn't used more often. It's so fucking good. But here's the thing, this song doesn't have a sort of kick to it, where it starts. It just kind of goes, bum, bum, ba, bum, 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 ba, dum, ba, bum. And because I'm like, I can't animate for that long. I'm going to become too tired. So what I instead did, I added a custom intro. It's hard to describe what I'm trying to say here, but if you take a look at Mixcraft here, this without it just starts like this. Which is cool, but instead I added these toms like this. Because I wanted the 80s thing going on. And what I also did is I added a reverse symbol like this to add excitement to it. What I also did, I added 3 symbols at the same time, so it's really... But to also ingrain this more into it, I added a triplet kick like this. So now it's like... Bam! So now, if you combine it all, it sounds like this. And I was gonna do because these kick drums, there was one more thing I was gonna do here, but it never amounted to anything really. But what I really wanted to do was do this again. It never became a thing, but you know. like a ha 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 shit post. But the problem is, it became kind of legitimate, and it was kind of hard to actually hear what the shit post was. So it just became, you know. So I wasn't going to do that. But I mean, again, these tiny little things that I thought was necessary for the battle scene to even work. And it was more about like, I wanted to do not just the same, you know, Metal Gear shit. I was like, let me pull out something people might not know, you know. But anyway, back to the movie. As I said, this scene, I think is the best scene in the movie because man, let me pause this while it's going on. Actually, okay, here we go. First of all, I don't even know if you guys saw this, but none of these characters have a fist. They can't close their fists. So what I did, I skewed the models just enough so you don't see the thumb. So when Mario's doing, he's actually off screen and he's like tilted 90 degrees to the side. Right here. But now I move him back so you don't see the thumb. It gives the illusion that the fist is closed. And what I did here is, because Mario has he has an animation called Karate Kick, except it's not a karate kick. Take a look at this. What he's doing is like a tiny kick. So what I did instead, I said, fuck it, let's do a Brian Fury, like, backwards drop kick, like, boom! And again, this is more the shit I was talking about, with the cinematic stuff that I had to manually do, like, on there. Another thing that I think really worked for this is that the action was so smooth and so exciting that it's hard to see that what they're fighting on makes no sense. The position of Lightning McQueen's floor, or the hood they're fighting on, switches really weirdly at times, but you don't give a fuck. You're like, oh, what's happening, you know? I also wrestled with this because I wanted, like, does it convey that Mario, I used a forced perspective here, be like, oh shit, here comes the fucking foot, you know, like, boom, boom, and he misses. Luigi rolls out, he stands out, and he charges at him. And he's like, oh, shit. And again, I switched the perspective just enough that Luigi's fist is closed. Except it's open, you know. And now we got that. And here's another one. This I couldn't hide. It looks like Luigi's giving you like a vibe check. Or like giving you a free sample of something. Like, hey, here you go. But it doesn't matter. Because it's so quick that it's like, oh, shit, here it comes. And he's like, oh, God. And then boom, this blood effect, you wouldn't believe how I accomplished this. This blood effect is actually text that's squished to extreme. It's weird to describe, but it's actually text. And I wish I knew about this earlier, but it's actually text. It's a bunch of like peace and ice that I used to squished out. Red. I wish I actually added more blood to this. As you can see, this shot is the best shot in the movie, as I said. The blood coming out, and Mario falling to the side here, boom, and then it switches into a 3D perspective, and then you see Luigi coming towards, pushing Mario down. This is hard to animate too. Luigi goes in for a punch, Mario blocks it. And then there's a second Mario here that you don't know about. It's just his arm that I put in a close-up. There's two Marios here. So now it looks like the arm is extending, the punch is coming in, boom, and he falls onto the hood. And if you take a look at this without the music as well, you can notice that a lot of the sound effects is the same sound effect of the car. It's a car door going clump. But I thought it sounded just like a car being, like, hit. Which it is, from a door, but I'm saying like someone is falling onto the car. Take a listen to all the times they fall onto the roof of the car. Check this out. That sound effect.
Good, but not good enough, Luigi. We'll see about that. Leg sweep. you, Luigi!
That sound effect is just a door shutting. But it became amazing. But if you could... Again, it flowed so well. What I also did here is... I didn't do any city backgrounds. Alright? I didn't do any city backgrounds because I thought it was distracting. Because I really wanted them to, like, fight in a burning city. But, you know... It's kind of like... It's a callback to Metal Gear Solid 2 when they're fighting on top. With, like, the burning shit beside them and all that. But not really. It was just kind of like a visual kind of like... But if you take a look at this again...
Good! But not good enough, Luigi! We'll see about that! Leg sweep! Ah! Fuck you, Luigi! Impressive, Luigi!
That music, you hear the low drone is actually in the game already. I think you guys know that, but that's the last thing we see of Mario. There was actually an Easter egg here. There's an Easter egg that I want to put in right here. And this is not canon. This is not canon. But right here is the Brickster. And I wanted him to peek out like last second to be like, oh shit, the Brickster's here. But I didn't do it because I was like, nah, it's gonna be too distracting. Everybody's gonna see it and be like, oh shit, the Brickster. You know, so I said, nah, whatever. Fix the shovel? No. The really is the final one. And I know there's a thing here towards the end. When he goes inside, you can see a yellow square from the interior. But I think that makes the movie. It's a piece of shit. And you're like, you know. Because why should I clean it up now when I didn't clean it up at the start? So, you know. It could just be another cab. It could be a cab. So maybe someone is in the restaurant. You know. But this is also a custom background. Yeah. I guess... Oh, by the way, this is the first edit I did, like, post the finale, because, like, I really wanted... This looked jarring to me when Lightning McQueen came up here, and there was no, like, splash of water. He just kind of came up. So, you know. I'm gonna be an egotistical jerk here, and I'm gonna watch that fight scene one more time, because I think it looks so good.
Good! But not good enough, Luigi! We'll see about that! Leg sweep! Ah! Fuck you, Luigi!
A lot of stuff that's in this movie, I will say there's a lot of bounce to the animation here, and it's weird to describe, but I took inspiration from old Mickey Mouse shit when they're all like going and like bouncing up and down. You know how the cars move in those old like 1940s Mickey Mouse shorts, and it's all shit like that. And I was like, so everything here is so bouncy, like it's all on balloons almost. But I thought that added to the cartoon sort of like. So like when Luigi comes up here, like boop 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 beep blamp, you know. It's a rubber hose style. Is that what it's called? By the way, I timed the punch and stuff like that. It didn't come across too well, but I timed it so whenever there's punching shit going on, it times with the song.
Not good enough, Luigi. We'll see about that. Leg sweep. Ah. Fuck you, Luigi.
I had to put that in there. Okay, you might notice, why does it sound so bloody when it kicks him, like this?
Ah. Fuck you, Luigi.
And that's because I initially wanted the same blood splurt effect, but it was so distracting because there was so much fucking blood on screen that I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna say that he crushed his skull or whatever. There was one more thing that I was gonna do for this ending. I actually did have a script on the finale. I know a lot of guys are like calling me out and saying, yo, you made that shit up, but I actually had a script in front of me, and I'll see if I can pull it up, in fact, if you want to read it. Did I save it, or did I just dispose of it? Hope I didn't. I think I did, unfortunately. Well, that sucks. Beside the point, I wrote down a really dumb thing, and it was Dio death callback. And what I wanted was when Dio stops time and drops a road roller, he's got 5 seconds. I was going to do the same thing with Mario with the Power Star, where Mario thinks he's activated the Power Star, but just a split second before that, he gets impaled with the shovel. And he gets beep, 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 so he's invincible, but in 5 seconds, he's dead. And he's like, oh shit, oh no, no! Because he doesn't have that invincibility for too long, and then when 5 seconds is up, but I thought that was like, it's too much to really grasp, so I'm like, fuck it, simplify it. But no JoJo references. Says, well, I mean, not too many. Alright. I don't know if you guys caught this, by the way, but I had a former crack check. Just one of those little gags. How did you keep your sanity while making this? I just said that it'll pay off. It'll pay off. It'll pay off. And you know what? I think it fucking did. I think it fucking did. By the way, the cape is just a single yellow line block. You don't see that.
Now where's the bastard brother of mine? Looking for me, little bro? Mario! Say, Luigi, you ever wondered about our memes?
I'm just gonna say this. Music is so fucking important, and what sets the mood in terms of like composition is not only the visuals but the auditory. And Arsenal Gears, a lot of people say like it's from Fatal Frame. No, this is from Metal Gear Solid 2, and it's when you're inside Arsenal Gear, and it's when the AI or the kernel is like getting all fucked up, and it's always been a really creepy thing with like, oh no, the technology is like rotting itself away, but the music is just this like, it's just weird to listen to. And I thought, let's have a little bit of comedy here, but let's also make it kind of like ominous and creepy. So I chose Arsenal Gears theme for this.
Say, Luigi, you ever wondered about our memes? Memes? You see, Luigi, being a plumber is just a myth. Everything is just a joke. We're all pawns, controlled by something greater.
I was this close to adding my own face here in the background in a very, very low brightness with no contrast. So I would just look down and be like, but it would be so, like, people would spot that and be like, hey, it's Joel, you know. So, you guys know what I'm referring to, but if people later on YouTube be like, oh, it's just a dumb monologue. It is, but there's a little bit more to it where, like, I was the you know, the real asshole behind it all, because I just made them fight for my own amusement. But I gotta say too, this sounds absolutely insane. I sound like a lunatic saying this, but Whilst doing this, just making this spiel about memes and jeans, and having this creepy music, and having these two fight on top of a big machine, and having this super cinematic, fucking.
Good! Not good enough, Luigi! We'll see about that! Leg sweep! Ah! Fuck you, Luigi!
Anyway, my point being, I felt... This sounds... Again, I sound like a lunatic saying this. But I felt a microcosm of, holy shit, how fun is it to make a movie? Like a real movie. And I'm not just saying like a 3D movie maker. I'm saying like, what I'm trying to say is, I think I channeled a little bit of what Kojima must have felt when he made his own movie. Metal Gear. All the cinematic shit, all the music and all that stuff. I'm like, man, it's a blast making this. A lot of it's just like what the fuck? But I don't know. It just felt like a tiny sliver of man. It's a lot of fun. So, I look away for 1 second. You play the fight just one more time. Okay, fine. One more time, but that's the last time you'll see this fight, alright?
Good! Not good enough, Luigi! We'll see about that! Leg sweep! Ah! Fuck you, Luigi! Impressive, Luigi!
Yeah. Fuck you, Luigi. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think I love crazy camera angles. I mean, I think I discovered myself in this movie. Like what I enjoy about action movies and shit like that. I think I love, because this sounds, again, super crazy and pretentious, but all these weird shots, I'm like, I love making like weird angles. Like, shit like, I mean, you just like, don't show the eyes, you show the mouth. I don't know, man. It's just, I just had a lot of fun making this. Like at the top here, and it was Dutch angle. Well, I'm European, so Will it be releasing this on YouTube or something? Yeah. When this stream is done, it's on YouTube. So Joel has an addiction to face partial on camera shot. I think I do. Yeah. The weird cameras work super well. They send a lot of facial movement with the models. That's true. It's like Power Rangers. Power Rangers don't talk with their mouths. They just have to kind of like emote with their heads. But I think that should be it for this thing. I can talk over this while it's happening. But yeah, that's Blue Shell Incident. I'm super proud of this. I'm also relieved that it's done. I said it would be done before 2020 or Christmas, in fact, and it was still in November. So, do you think you actually learned anything from making this? Yeah, I think I learned a lot of shit. Like, straight up. I learned that practice fucking makes perfect. Because we started off this movie, I'm like, I can make Luigi slightly move. And now I'm fucking doing shit like this. So... Yeah, absolutely. I think that I learned a ton of this. I don't know how much of that is applicable outside this program, but I learned a lot about how to like make movies and shit like this. And I wonder if any like actual movie directors and whatever actually used this back in the day, and made their first movies. Maybe you'll hear from me in like 20 years, be like, yeah, Joel, yeah, made that
That porno with Mario. Oh my god. He won an Oscar for that.
You know, so I don't know. I don't know. I gotta see. Is Donald Duck T-posing here? It's drawing me. No, he's not. I thought he was T-posing, but would you like a reanimated collaboration for this film? Sure. I think that here's what I want to see from 3D Movie Maker. Right. I think I'm done making movies in this because I think I did everything and more in this program. But I would like to see maybe a contest in the future because I don't think there's going to be a Doom contest next year. And I want to do something else that's contest related. And it would be funny to see if people can make a 10-minute max movie. And I can just judge them on screen. And you know. The problem is humor is subjective. And what I might find, but what I might find, you guys might not find funny. So I can't be like objective and be like, well, you know, people like this movie more. Yeah, everything is subjective, of course, but you know, yeah. I don't think that 3D movie maker movies go on for this long. I think they go for like 30 fucking minutes, which is how long this is. I think they're just like 50 seconds long and be like, it's 30 fucking. It's longer than a Tim and Eric episodes. It's longer than most Adult Swim shows. So, what was my favorite part of this? Palling around with you guys, making a movie. Yeah. Okay, you should review Jerma's rap movie on stream. Yeah, I could check out Jerma's. I've never seen Jerma's rap movie. Tell you what. I've never seen it. I'll watch it now, but I wanna see what this legendary rap movie, what Jerma thinks of my movie. If he can watch my movie and react to it, that would be the fucking world to me. There's 2 rap movies. I'll watch both. Jerma rap movie. Is that what it's called? It's just 5 minutes? Bruh, that's weak. Bruh. Come on, bruh. What? See, I know of the rap movie because I included some of the rat stuff in Jerma's entrance. The rat song. But I don't know the context. So this is really... I've never seen this.
Rats, we're rats. We're the rats.
I've seen this part.
We play at night, we stalk at night. We're the rats. I'm the giant rat that makes all.
You know why I've seen this? Because I had to listen to this 150 fucking times during the Vine Wrestle.
So sue me for being thorough. I want to know that you know what the plan is.
Look, seriously, mate. How many artifacts do we need to steal before you trust me with these jobs?
Well, I just want to make sure you know what's happening. We're gonna get
These are the
treasure,
default models,
we're
by
gonna
the
get
way.
out of there, and we also have to and we must get it. That's the most important thing. So be on your A game. We go now.
I got to drive the car today because it's my birthday.
No, don't let him get in the car, please.
It's really weird listening to like post audio here because I'm used to it sounding like crusty
More
assholes.
importantly, since when did we have a rat problem?
We don't. Get in. Let's go. Speed it up. Yeah, that's the speed.
I see how German did this. He had to hold down the mouse to navigate it over the bridge.
I don't even know where you're going at this point. We've been driving all night.
It's my birthday.
Hey, you're running over a guy right now.
Good.
Are you fucking serious?
I see all the techniques here. The yellow one. I see.
Maybe next
Yep.
time we do this, I'll get my nan to drive.
Excuse me, sir.
See, I know these places too well.
$10 to dance in this building. You're gonna have to give me some. I'm gonna die.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, may I have the attention of the class? My name is Dick Dastardly Richard, and I'm here to take the treasure chest that's in the back room.
Squish.
Go get it, boys. I'll follow you in.
Oh, there was a back
Let me
room
tell
in
you
this.
something, clerk. If you as so as move a muscle, I'll make sure you stay buried in that ground there. All right, let's go.
I know that music as well. Oh, it's a night. Oh, I see that. Okay.
All right.
So I'm appreciating this on a technical level, first impressions, but
Yep, it's all here.
Oh, yes. Now that's what I like to hear. And now we are invincible.
Not so fast! You stand before Gerard, guardian of the treasure chest of the Mayan temple, and I will make sure to... Hey!
Oh, fuck this, I'm off.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, please,
Rats. We pray at night. We stalk at night. Where
so the rats are just
All right, yeah, that's
friends
cool.
of the
Yeah, I
the
like
assholes
rats.
here.
Nothing bad with rats, but let me tell you something. Over my dead body are you getting this treasure?
rats, 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 rats.
I guess they weren't.
Mine's over there. It reminds me of my favorite movie, The Movie. That's your favorite movie too, right?
Oh,
Yo, my favorite movie is Frozen. I like Elsa and Anna. Okay, now I kill you.
I like Germa's rat voice.
Wow, that's great pick choice for favoriteest movie. I'm not sure if I have to think that now.
Now I get to be the giant rat. Cool, surprise.
Good. I
So
enjoy
you're trying to
that.
tell me that inside of this building right here there is a giant rat, among other things, giant pickles. Did he say pickles? Or am I putting that in there by myself? Whatever, Sergeant Pickles is gonna go in here and check it out. We're gonna make sure everything's okay.
Nice.
And
Straight
give
through.
me some candy
Yep.
corn too. That's a weird request, I know, but just get it.
I see a lot of Germa being bored,
trouble. So quit
and he's just
messing
like, yeah,
around.
make a slide around.
Put it up. Hey, get in. Hello, sir. Welcome to the Rat Cafe. There's no rats here. It's just hamburgers.
Ah, that would be real nice if that were true. Except it isn't. You're a rat, aren't you?
No, why would that happen? That's not us. We're just people.
And I'm gonna be taking you in.
And you wouldn't it be funny if this were real? I'm just kidding. And be careful though. There's apparently a giant rat around.
You have a good day, officer.
Good shit.
So, you figure anything out in there?
Nice, clean. It's back to the drawing board.
Well, that's great. I don't know how to draw, so you're gonna have to do the drawing.
It's fucking default midis is driving me nuts.
Sergeant Scritchy Scratch of the Cat Police reporting in. You are now relieved of your duty.
Absolutely, Sergeant. You've got it. Absolutely. We'll be taking off now. Thank you for your continued work.
Thank you. Your duty will not go unnoticed. What's that on you?
How did Germa time it with
Wearing a
recording
rat
and
on
post? I
your
don't get
shoulder?
it. How did he do that?
What the
Give me
fuck?
that.
Because the audio isn't in the movie. He did the microphone stuff later.
Police are here. Are you kidding me right now, Cat Police? Get us the fuck out of here. Drive it out. Get us out. Let's speed it up. We'll get the fuck out of here. Come on, gentlemen. Cat Police. Gentlemen. I just
I see Germa's getting better as well when he's animating this.
Cat Police, you did it again.
He
Saved
went through the
world.
same shit I did, I
That's
think.
what we do as Cat Police. We make the world a better.
Fuck! What the fuck? What the fuck? I did almost the exact fucking joke, except I did Star Trek, of course, but like, almost the same fucking joke, and the same fucking music, except I went, Mario. Holy shit! It's funny. That's funny. I thought the same fucking thing. I hadn't seen this rap movie before. It's very good. It's very good, actually. But I have so many questions. Like, what the?
You did it again. You saved the world. And that's what we do as Cat Police. We make the world a better.
That's it. Oh! Now we're talking. No, that's a good one. It's almost Star Trek. So we're gonna see the sequel now. I think Germa's movie is a little different from mine, and this is not a critique. This is more an admiration. I think Germa did not go full brain damage like I did. Like, I didn't say, no, I want to animate this for a year and see what we can do with it. Germa had reasonable expectations out of the movie and said, yeah, I'm just gonna make something short and fun. Where I said, no, I'm gonna make a fucking movie. Which we went in different goals, but the aesthetics were the same. The heart is the same, but we obviously deviated. But I think Germa this is great. I'm happy other people are also making 3D Movie Maker stuff because I felt so lonely. Well, now I know that's something that's way better than my shit.
All right, Michael, we're here on your special day.
That's right, it's my birthday today, not anybody else's.
All
It's
right,
my
Michael,
birthday.
calm down.
Mom, shut up. I get all the presents. Kathy doesn't get any because she's an idiot.
Come on, Michael. You ruin your fucking birthday every year for everybody else. We get it. I went through so much trouble to get you this Rats mixtape. I know how much you like them. Can we just dance together as a family for once?
Oh, animation.
Rats, we are the rats. Celebrate another one a birthday bash. Michael, it's your birthday today.
Michael.
Ice cream is on its way. And Michael, you're such a good boy this year. Open up your gifts while we all cheer.
This year I got something new and exciting and different for everybody.
Michael.
Hey kids,
It's the
me.
clown.
Whoa, easy.
Away from me.
Please, what the hell is happening?
This clown's out of control.
Just chill out, everybody calm
Why
down.
is this guy being...
Everybody calm down, I'm just a clown.
Oh, whoa, man, that clown.
Why did you invite him?
We're rats.
He used the Nickelodeon package. Yes.
Play at night, we stalk at night. We're the rats.
Okay.
I'm the giant rat that makes... Hey, wait. I'm stuck. I knew this was a bad idea. I'm stuck.
How did you do? You're making us late to the birthday party.
I'm the giant rat. I make all the rules. You need to help me out of here now.
You know, you say that, but...
No.
I like the red cube making an appearance, or pink cube.
Hey, happy birthday.
Dad, those are rats.
He did do this frame by frame, which I admire.
Special box inside a treat for you here.
Thanks
You're
for
much
the
very
guy.
talented.
Yeah, thanks for the guy.
Bye.
Oh, I remember that box. I shit in that one.
No, Dad, it's definitely something really cool, a super cool toy that everyone's gonna be jealous of.
Hey, what's up? I'm your new best
Oh,
friend.
that's
We
good.
got a problem. The fat guy doesn't fit down the toilet.
All right, honest opinions. What did you guys think?
Doraemon as well. All right.
That wasn't good at all.
Yeah, why? That was bad. That was terrible. Well, that's the beauty of this whole thing, son. None of this even
Giant
matters
cat
at
head
all.
on person.
As a
Love
sequel,
it.
we're trying to do one
Oh,
very
okay.
important thing. That's sell toys, sell books, and sell audio tapes. Now, the movie itself could be about a blue toothbrush. And as long as we sell the merchandise and keep the suits happy, who cares about the subject matter?
But what if I don't have a suit?
I never used a plane. There's a plane here in this.
Prepare
Yep,
to
yep.
drop. And please, hit the right target this time. Yes,
Is that
my
Alan
guy.
Rickman? Okay.
You don't need to know what I had for breakfast this morning, all right? Just let's talk about the deal.
That's good. That's good.
Wasn't there a guy that was just right here? Huh? What's this guy doing here?
This might be the pizza delivery guy. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the car, and I'm gonna pull it around. Save me a slice. Don't eat the whole thing.
I don't know. It might be a pizza. Maybe I press it. I'll get a pizza.
I love the rat voice of the big rat.
Yeah.
I'm going home. I wanted chicken nuggets.
Whoa! What was that? Welcome, Rat Kid, to the dog capital. I trust you're all right. In that case, walk with me and talk with me. I'm going to show you something that I haven't shown anyone in over 2,000 years. What do you see before you? Yeah, it's a toothbrush. It is a toothbrush. One of the most important in the entire galaxy. Oh, cool. This toothbrush holds the DNA of every single animal on Earth. It must be protected. Yeah, I know. This would have fallen into the wrong hands.
The infiltration was a success.
We've been breached. We have been breached. Sound the alarms. We have been breached.
happening? I've
Oh
been
my
in a
God.
nightmare for 2 weeks straight.
Definitely chaotic. I like the energy here.
That's a pretty good toothbrush. Hold on just a second. Pause the movie. Pause.
Oh, I like the little
Did you hear what they
post
just
stuff.
said? That toothbrush has got the DNA of every animal on Earth.
Well, mate, it's just a movie.
I don't buy that for a second. You're telling me it's just a movie? Was Finding Nemo just a movie? No, that was a documentary. They had cameras down in the ocean. I remember seeing them filming it in Philadelphia.
Wait,
then you're.
hang on a
I'm
second.
just gonna get up right now because you're fuming me.
I'm just saying, we rented this film from Blockbuster.
Oh yeah, Blockbuster closed. Oh, good joke, Germa. I'm gonna go to the sewer. You coming with me?
Well, no, but
See you later.
I mean, you can't. Oh, bloody hell!
Is that Jerma doing the
Nice
other
and easy.
voice?
You don't want any
The guy with the
cops to
accent?
See us pulling in here. All right, we're gonna have to split up for this. A lot of junk.
Yep.
Tell me if you find anything.
Thought I were doing real jobs, robbing banks, stealing paintings.
It's pretty good filler content.
No, I'm wading through shit to find a dirty toothbrush.
Like this is just to make sure you understand the story.
Fucking day off as well.
Yeah.
None of this even matters.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Oi, got something for you.
Found something? Yeah, I got something too. What do you got?
Well, it's a blue toothbrush.
Yeah, they're fucking everywhere, man. So just grab a couple. We could probably sell these. Get in the car. I got an idea. I know exactly who we can sell these to. Just put your seatbelt on, because I'm about to step on the gas. I would go to a doctor, but I'm just scared of what he has to say, you know? That's why I asked you about it.
That is just grim,
Just
pal.
quiet down here. Let me do the talking. You keep your mouth shut. How we doing this evening, cat police?
We don't have time for small talk. Did you bring the product or did you not?
Yeah, did you get my
Did
text?
Jeremy
by any
slightly
chance?
pitch up the
I have
voice? He
Verizon,
did,
so
didn't he?
maybe it didn't go through.
Enough. The least of your concern should be text messages and how we are about to decimate your disgusting planet.
The $20 is what I was told. So you don't get shit unless I see $40.
Not so fast! The rats have told me everything. And if you think that
The rap movie plays out a lot like a
Guardian
Talk to
of-
Transformers thing.
This ends now.
Things just gotta
Captain
happen.
Ace. What do you have to say about this one? Yeah. It's pretty cool, huh? Now let's see what happens when you fight me. And one-on-one, I'll beat you up.
I'll let you guys sort this out.
For centuries, we have tried to find the Noah's Ark toothbrushes. And for centuries, we have failed. But not tonight.
You intergalactic space beings will never win. We will always band together and stop you at any cost.
Such
Man,
a
you should not zone out during
It's
rap
too
movie because
bad,
you will
really.
not understand
Our DNA would
anything.
have fused together wonderfully.
Like if you
Now let
don't
me
pay
show
attention for a
you
second,
our
it's like,
true
where am I? Who am I?
Oh shit.
See what I mean? Ah, yes.
And now witness the power of over 2,000 galaxies conquered. And yours will be next. Evil will never win. Quickly, hero. There's not much time. Take that toothbrush and cast it into the fires of Mount Doom. I will hold him off as long as I can. Take that.
I'd never use a skeleton model in mine, but it's pretty good.
Mount Doom.
All right. Is that it? Is that it? All right. Okay. Okay. It's quite an older rap movie. It's like four years or whatever. So that was pretty good. But I don't know what the fuck the significance of the rats was. I still don't know the fucking context. Like I think I'm more confused now Because I'm like, oh, I gotta understand the content, Germa and the rats. But like, I'm just more confused. Just rats. Rats versus cats. Fucking insanity. Well, kudos to Germa. I also want to shout out Mike Panutz, by the way. Mike Panutz doesn't stream anymore. I think it's some family stuff that he attended to, but I want to give a huge shout out to Mike Panutz, because that guy set me up for 3D Movie Maker initially, and I hope that Mike Panutz is doing all right. But yeah, he helped me out with 3D Movie Maker initially, like almost like 1.5 years ago now. So yeah. Yeah, wherever Mike is, talented fucking guy, and I wish him the best. So, but anyway, let's see here. There's one animator that makes us all look like shit. But there's one like Picasso of 3D Movie Maker, and it's neither Germa nor me or Mike Panutz or whoever wants to do this. It's this one thing. And it's this guy. It's this one guy, and he makes everybody else look like shit. If you think what I did looks good, there's a guy called Villain Wins, and this is authentic 90s shit, but it makes all of us look like dog shit.
I know. Oh, shit, I'm gonna fucking kill him. Oh yeah, what a beautiful game, man. I'm gonna kill that fucking bastard. Yeah. Ready to die. What a beautiful day.
I had to be able to fucking laugh my ass off.
What shall I do? Yeah.
Oh. I told you, man. This guy, Will M and Chris. These two dudes, like, these are 12 years old, by the way. But this guy also made the classic Grandpa Found the Car Keys. I'm sure you guys know this one. Okay, now this is why this guy is the greatest animator, because you see the amount of particles he put in here. There's no copy paste thing in 3D Movie Maker. This is all like frame by frame shit, and how he did this is, I think he even made the fucking like I don't know how he did this, but it makes everything else look like garbage. I think maybe he made the house. I'm not sure, but this was made in the 90s too, so it didn't even access to the custom stuff. I don't even know, but yeah, it's crazy. See if I can find you some more of these. They are absolutely insane. Could never ever do that. I mean, maybe at my current skill, but
what you do, I know. I ate ya.
This must have been individual squares. Look at that. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I know.
Look at that. Jesus.
I know. Yeah,
Ew.
yeah. I know. Yeah. Woo. Gonna do what to do.
I mean, it makes the rest of us look like crap.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Ooh yeah, this better be good. Oh yeah, I'm determined to kill.
How much time do you think this took?
No. Yeah.
What is this even? This is like the veteran that made this. His name is... Shut up. Will Malthy and Chris Ward is his name. Look up the Bumbler. Okay, the Bumbler. I think this... Yeah, I've seen this one. This is an earlier one. But this one is pretty good.
Each totem on the pole is a simple...
I'm not sure if I have seen this, but... He's got a sniper, I think. Look at that blood coming out. So well animated. Then he shoots him, right?
Thank you.
Yes.
Those bullies won't bother me now.
Oh my god. It's bizarre that these are literally like 12 years ago, but yeah. That's about it. That's about it. Free Movie Maker sure has a legacy, and I'm glad that I can continue that legacy a little bit, just like Germa and you know, everybody else has done. But you know, personally, while that shit's going on, you know, I just wanna rep myself here a little bit. All right, I just wanna say, you know, at the very end of this, I said this would be the last time you see this cutscene. But goddamn it, I want to stroke my own animation skills I got in this. All right, fuck it.
Good. Not good enough, Luigi. We'll see about that! Leg sweep! Ah! Fuck you, Luigi! Impressive, Luigi!
I know, thanks. Naruto got nothing on this. Well, you got this scene too. You know, what if you put this movie at a higher frame rate? It would make it so weird to watch because the actual frame rate of this is like 10. It sucks. But you know. Oh, did I tell you guys, by the way, this tower or this building in the background is from San Andreas? By the way, I try to do speedlines here, but they suck. They look awful, man. I didn't even I fucking bother with speedlines. They look like shit. Like, for example, this. Ready? That's my attempt at speedlines. It's the most. My God, why did I even put that in? Look like shit, man. I mean, it does look nice when he does this. All right. It's about 3D Movie Maker looks on a higher frame rate. Oh yeah. There you go. How long did it take you to animate the Final Cut stuff? Probably like 8 hours. All right. Here we go. This is high frame rate. Oh my God.
I'll trade a magic trick for a vase.
Each totem on the pole is a symbolic representation of one family.
I'll show you my best trick ever.
Each totem on the pole is a symbolic representation of one family.
Nightmares.
Okay.
Bruh.
Each totem on the pole is a symbolic representation of one family.
Top 10 facts Undertale. Alright. Alright. Well, I think I'm going to conclude this shit now. Hope you all enjoyed Blue Shell Incident. It's going on YouTube after the stream is done, so, you know, don't forget to smash that bell button, or whatever the people say. Right? Yeah, that's probably funny. I had to remove the Ren and Stimpy music as a copyright. I guarantee you when I upload it with the the Punch-Out music, it's still gonna give me a copyright strike saying, hey, you can't use Nintendo. I'm like, oh. Yeah, fuck it, at this point it's like, whatever. But, yeah, sorry, no, like, actual stream tonight, just kind of me repping the finale of this, and, thanks for all your hard work, Joe. I appreciate that, thank you.